Sarah and Vinnie.
No, I don't personally like Sam Adams all that much.
I think our trip to Sam Adams Island ruined us for Sam
It
Adams.
wasn't the best trip. There were some funny moments, but some bad things happened.
Yeah, a bunch of bad things happened. I mean, you and I actually behaved very well, and I didn't,
Well, mostly I hid in my room, the one with the wet floor.
it was
that
so
was-
obviously before my alcoholism took a real turn for the worse because
Yeah.
I didn't have any problems on that trip.
No.
The problems were someone else's mom.
The problems were moms who didn't drink, who came on the beer trip,
and fell off,
fell off
the
the wagon, found some locals to hang with.
That sounds like a party.
Oh boy, you don't even. Me and Vinny were standing off on the sides like this.
Jaw
What is this?
dropped.
So
Yeah.
you guys became the chaperones then?
Well, no, that wasn't my job. So no, I mean we stood there. We were just watching these people.
We had Home Alone
melt down.
emoji face. Yeah, that. That was the
Standing
face
off on
we
the
had.
side. I actually think that we had a meeting, like we're just me and him sitting on the beach or something. Going, can you effing believe what these?
For
people,
those of you who
these
don't know
people
the
who went
story, I'll
wild.
tell it to you real quick. A guy won this contest and came on a trip with us. We went to Turks and Caicos on Sam Adams' dime. So
Yep.
Sam Adams had buckets of beer at
Anywhere you looked,
every
there was
crossroads was a bucket of beer waiting, iced and ready for you to have
beer. And
one
a
for
person
free.
is with a big smile handing you an icy one. Here you
Right.
go.
And I swear, I don't know, a day in, you're like, anything but a Sam Adams, please. 'cause
Anything
it's
but.
just too much.
No, thank you.
Right.
How about water? Got water?
So the guy, apparently, who won the trip decides he's going to bring his mom, who they have a strained and sort of long-lost relationship because of her alcoholism.
Right.
She has since sobered up, remarried.
Yep.
She's got a new husband, and this guy is trying to sort of mend the fence with his mom and brings her on the trip. Well, she blows her whole sobriety before she even meets
And
him
her
at
marriage.
SFO. Yeah, and her marriage. By the
How did that
time
happen?
we
Yeah,
were...
this isn't.
Hooked up with somebody else? on
So,
that trip?
yes, she hooked up with someone from town. So we were on this
She
resort.
disappeared.
Some guy from town picked her up and she split and left the whole place. She comes back. This is one of the stories. She comes back. She must have stepped on glass. There's a bloody footprint all the way back to her room. And that's how we found oh my God, his mom's back. She disappeared for 2 days.
Oh my God, I thought it was just a couple hours.
No, she left
no.
for town and never
He's
came
losing
back.
his
And we're
mind. We're all they're getting the local authorities involved in this. I mean, it was a
And you two are like, what did
We're
we get
like this.
ourselves into?
yeah.
Oh,
Because
like
the
a
thing,
Home
we
Alone face.
couldn't do anything. We were there to, I think we went, it was like a 4-day trip, and we had to broadcast for 2 of the days. So we get there, we get up in the morning, we do our broadcast, minding our own business, and then we had the rest of the day to, I think Vinny did some naked sunbathing.
We don't need to get into every story
He found,
from that
Was that
trip.
next
he
to
found
the-
an
the
X
X
to
of the
lay on
sandy?
the.
I
He's
remember
like,
that
"Eh,
story."
X marks the spot. Let me lay down here naked, and then in comes
I
the
walked away
paraglider.
from the main group of people and didn't see the X until after people started parachuting down around me in the sand. And then I look and I'm like, oh my God, there's a giant red X right next to me. Who would notice that though? Who would notice that?
I mean, I guess if I was taking off all my clothes, I'd take a careful look around.
I was in the
I mean, I'm
middle of
just saying-
nowhere on an exotic island. And then all of a sudden I hear, you can hear it
Look
actually.
out below!
It's just what is happening.
Oh boy,
Good
Was
Lord.
this 2000? 2001?
I don't know. Something
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, no,
I want to say it was
Oh
even
yeah, it was a
earlier.
real good time.
I'd say it's like 99 or something. We were still in
It
the
was-
Embarcadero building at that point.
Yeah, we were. It was it was real early days. And look, I'm not saying it wasn't a fun trip and a great idea, but I feel like it was too much. It was just a lot, and they really encouraged.
That one got weird because, this guy's mom had some issues, and, I don't know if
You
they've ever
can't
put
predict
it back
that
together.
stuff.
But it was definitely like, oh
But
my
you guys,
God.
listen, no TV in the rooms.
Oh,
no
wow.
phones in the rooms. This was really, I mean, we had cell
This
phones.
sounds
but
like
we
you
didn't
guys were
ha-
filming a reality show or something.
it was like that. It was like Survivor.
Yeah.
Except Survivor hadn't even started on TV.
Too bad
yet.
no
It was-
footage.
Yeah,
No,
dang it.
nothing. I mean,
Oh, and it was just me and Sarah too, so it
they
wasn't like
wouldn't
we had
let
a
us
producer.
bring anyone. No,
there was no video. There were no pictures taken.
So
there
John
was
couldn't
nothing.
even go with you?
nobody.
Oh,
They had-
This is weird.
Nobody went with us. It was Vinny and me, and these. How many winners do we have? Couple, 3, 5, 10?
No,
There were a
I don't
bunch
know
of
how many
people.
winners. I thought it was just the guy and his mom, but we met someone along the way who knew us from our show, and that girl and you kind of bonded. And if I remember correctly, there were
And
Guys,
to
I
listeners,
know.
I think you're
I'm
right. I
down
think we
for this
brought only
trip.
1 or 2 winners with us. But here's the thing: when we got down there were 25 other radio stations there.
right.
Like this was
Right.
a big contest. So there's all these other radio people, winners usually. You know, that's how it works.
yeah.
And their listeners. So there was probably 100 people total at this resort. And they advised, they were like, you shouldn't leave. You shouldn't.
Right.
you shouldn't-
Why?
Because you'll be safe here at the
Oh.
resort.
It was called. I think it's called Sandals or something like that. It was like
I think it was the Sandals.
What is the other one? Not MetLife. What?
I know. It's not MetLife, but it's like that.
Club Med.
Club Med.
Like that. Yeah. Like an all-inclusive.
It was like that, but I think it was the Sandals.
And you know what was weird is all the employees that were there to bone all the people who stayed at the resort. So
They were.
it was like this just feasting on the newest meat to arrive, and we're just watching it.
Like
as
in a
the-
way, it's kind of a miracle. Neither one of us got in any trouble.
Yeah.
Sarah and Vinny. Sarah and Vinny on Alice at 97.3.